Yeah, so, how's life treating everybody? Is it a beautiful day? Are we enjoying a gorgeous, gorgeous fucking day? Yeah, are we? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, so it's me, Dan, and I'm back at Fresh Roots in beautiful downtown Owen Sound, where it's pissing rain. And I'm just recovering from a bad bout of the flu, and probably going to work tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah, that'd be good. Anywho, yeah. One of the things about Fresh Roots is it exists as part of the Canadian Mental Health Association, the CMHA, to help people. It provides affordable meals for people who are living at street level, and also a place to get in out of the cold. But it also provides a place of dignity for people who really have had their dignity taken from them by a system that is utterly cruel. And when I talk to these people, I am reminded of all the good people in my life who have helped me and protected me and sheltered me, who picked me up when I was beaten down and who pulled me out of the cracks in the system that I had been shoved into and through. And people don't fall through the cracks. They're pushed. And that is a thing. People are pushed through the cracks in the system all the time. And I was lucky enough that people who were in a position to help me helped me. And none of these people were conservatives, and none of them were from government agencies. They were all private individuals, liberals and socialists and idealists and other good and decent people who genuinely care about doing the right thing, as opposed to showing up and working a 9-to-5 job in an office where they rubber stamp you. And so I have all these good people in my life who have done great things for me and who rescued me, really. They saved me. But those people have since gotten old. Some of them have died. And none of them have the resources to handle the literally thousands of individuals in this city who need help. Collectively, a dozen people helped me. And that stretched all of their resources. So yeah, private individuals are not the solution. What we need is government programs that are actually run usefully, run by people who actually give a shit, as opposed to people who are there to collect a paycheck and rubber stamp you. And yeah, as I said, it took a dozen people with their combined resources to help me, to get me into good therapy where I was actually treated, to rebuild my self-esteem, to restore my sense of myself as a human being as opposed to an object, a thing. It took a dozen private individuals bringing me into their homes and helping me. So no, it's not a matter of a private individual taking in a dozen street people. It's a dozen private individuals bringing in a street person to make it work. And that's barring issues like addiction and severe mental illness. That's just dealing with PTSD and the cumulative effects of constant trauma. yeah, I live with the PTSD, I live with the trauma of things that were done to me. And yes, I was rammed through the system. I was rammed through every crack that the system could find to ram me through. And those cracks, they're intentional. Yeah. So no, you're not going to fix the current homeless crisis by putting a dozen homeless people in the apartment of one person who cares. Because it's going to take a dozen people who care to look after each of those homeless people. And that's provided that they don't have addiction issues and severe mental health issues, which unfortunately a lot of them do. Then you need another dozen people for each case. That's 2 dozen people, 24 people, to help each person that needs help as private individuals. Or you can have a government agency that hires people who care and who are trained and provides housing and provides resources to help people rebuild and regain their sense of humanity and regain their dignity as human beings. You can do that if you're a government. But you can't do that if you're a private individual. And you certainly can't do that if you're a private individual who literally is this far above the poverty line. And yeah, it's an improvement. It used to be that I need a rocket ship to reach the poverty line, and then eventually I needed a step ladder to reach the poverty line, and now I'm this high above it. That's pretty good, considering everything that was put in my path to prevent me from gaining any ground at all. And that's because I didn't have addiction issues, because I didn't have severe mental health issues, except PTSD. Yeah, and autism. PTSD and autism are a wonderful combination, by the way. You absolutely should never try it. It's a nightmare. But, yeah, I'm digressing. When conservatives claim that the solution to the crisis is for every person who cares to take in a dozen homeless people into their home, they know that that's bullshit. They know that's not going to work. They know that there is no private individual with the resources to take care of a dozen homeless people. They know that they're setting anybody up for failure. But that's the conservative way. They don't want to fix the problem. They just want to find somebody to blame and then punish them for it. Yeah. And very often the problem is a problem that they themselves have quite enthusiastically created. For instance, the homeless crisis. It was conservatives who shut down the mental health facilities and threw all the people out of institutions and put them on the street. And it's the conservatives who voted for the cruel, punitive legal system that makes sure that people who have been rammed through it are never able to escape from it. That's conservatives. Conservatives created ridiculously high standards for basic jobs. Conservatives drove up the price of homes, jacked up the price of real estate, and yes, they gouged on rents aggressively. They created the homeless crisis, and now they want to punish the homeless and the few people who are trying to help fix the problem, because those are the ones that they're blaming for it. And those are the ones they want to punish. Oh, and the gays, the immigrants, the Arabs, the Jews, and the feminists. They want to punish all those people for the crisis that they themselves have created, the current homeless crisis, mental health crisis, and drug crisis. Yes. So their offered solution is for every person who cares to take in a dozen homeless people and try to look after them without resources. And no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. But it does allow conservatives to crow triumphantly and say, see, I knew you wouldn't go for it. Well, that's because it's stupid. It's a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah. But in any case, I'm at Fresh Roots, and tomorrow I go back to work. I've been off for a week. I've been sick. And I have the benefit of having the greatest boss in the world, Grant. Thank you. He firmly believes in letting people have sick days. Of course, we are handling food. So yes, sick days are important. So yeah. You don't want somebody who's constantly coughing up virus to be handling your food. Yeah, in fact, the reason I'm sitting at a table alone facing the wall is precisely because I'm trying to not spread virus in all directions. Because yeah, a lot of the people that come in here have weak immune systems. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. I'm almost done my coffee. I picked up a few grocery items, and I need to go home and do some house cleaning and get ready for work tomorrow. Yeah. But to all you good people who have helped me and lifted me up, thank you. I really do appreciate what you've done for me. Thank you. Thank you very, very painfully much. And for all you people in the system who have gone out of your way to try to sabotage me, undermine me, and destroy me, fuck you, and fuck you very much. Yes, because, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. The homeless crisis will not be solved by every person with a small apartment taking in a dozen homeless people. It will be solved by rolling back all the capitalist reforms that have been imposed by conservatives in the last 50-odd years, and restoring the social programs that liberals fought for, and that socialists fought for, and that communists fought for, but which conservatives simply bulldozed. Restore those social programs, and you will have made life better. Better for countless people who are living at the very bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid and having hiccups. Yeah, not fun. Yeah. But yeah, people living at the bottom are forced down by conservative-based programs aimed at beating people down as hard as possible. Because conservative social programs are prisons, and that's about it. Prisons. Yeah. Blame the people who are trying to fix the problem and punish them as violently as possible. Blame the people who are the victims of the problem and punish them as violently as possible. But for fuck's sake, don't actually try to fix the fucking problem. Because if you do, you won't have anybody you can look down on. You won't have anybody that you can punish. Yeah. Anywho, that's enough from me. Ta-ta, take care, be well, stay safe. Love yous all. Love yous all. Yeah, so, that's all I have to say about that. Okay.